morning. Welcome in. Happy Monday. I hope that you're doing so well today. We're here starting a fresh week. It is Monday, February 5th that I am recording this video. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're here to look at the collective energy for today. These messages are timeless though. So, Spirit speaks to us in so many different ways. Just be open to receive, especially if you're finding this at a later date. I always think it's good to come to these readings with a question or an intention, something that you really want Spirit to speak to you around to give you better guidance and direction, right? That's why we do these readings. I'm gonna take a sip this morning. It's a little hot. I just made it, but it's delicious. I love coffee. I'm obsessed. But I'm drinking decaf now. Try to balance. I love the taste and the flavor. Not that caffeine really bothers me too much, I don't feel, but trying to be a little bit more balanced. I already have a lot of energy. I'm already pretty hyper, so I don't need to enhance that anymore. But yeah, so with that being said, I think it's a good segue into our energy cleansing. Just this opportunity, like I said, to set intention and really get things out of the way that are blocking us, that are clouding our vision, not making us think clearly, etc. And sometimes things like caffeine or what we're ingesting, whether it's music or technology, shows, social media, whatever it is, it can add a damper to things. We feel it. It's like when our energy just naturally feels worn out, exhausted, that depleted. Those are all indicators that whatever you're either engaging in or whomever you were just around, might be a little soul sucking. Sorry, I should be so rude about it, but we want to be mindful, we want to be conscious, we need all the energy, the empowerment that we can get right now. And so it is really important to put ourselves first. Being a little selfish is okay. Not in a way, obviously, to harm anyone else. We're not about that here. We can still make things happen without pushing people down or, getting back at people. It's kind of frivolous energy in my opinion, but to each his own, right? So let's get started. So we'll cleanse the energy. Feel free to participate on your end. With the smudge bundle, you can always receive this. Cleansing energy is fluid. It doesn't constrain. It's not confined is what I want to say. Or you can totally skip ahead. All right, let's get going. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for the highest and best in these messages, any blocks, things that are inhibiting us to see, sense, feel clearly. Help me to be that open channel for these messages. Help us just to be thankful and grateful for the beautiful blessings that are coming in our lives. Amen. Okay, so let's get going. So it's Happy Monday. As I said, whoop whoop, start of a new week, or the work week, I guess, depending on how you look at it. And Monday is the day of the moon, so it is the principle of the feminine energy, tapping into that component of love and nurture. Like I was talking about, we really need to be our best support right now with everything that is reshuffling and changing. We don't want to get too sucked into the emotions and the feelings of those things. That's easier said than done, 100%. And if anything today, we're feeling a little resistant to the work that we have to do. We might feel like you know, we just don't have the energy, we don't have the time, we don't really want to do it. And that's fine. I think there's always days like that, right? But it's also just making sure that you're not allowing that energy to take over and be the dominant energy. We still need to find some of our empowerment, and we're seeing that with Mars harmoniously aspected to Uranus and Neptune. We can see it. We can see it more clearly than what we've been able to in the past. And this is kind of starting to manifest a little bit more, that element of clarity and really this innate knowing of how we need to progress forward. Like I said, there's just still a little bit of resistance. You know, maybe we're caught in the fantasy land a little bit today with this dream card. Manifestation, plan, and just be. So I think that there is this element, especially if you are feeling really emotional or overwhelmed with all that you have going on. Give yourself like 5-10 minutes and really just fantasize about what you're drawing in, what you're really desiring to manifest into your life. It takes us out of the grunt and grind, right? And I think that is so necessary, because the day-to-day can be very mundane, especially if we are in a place where we're making a lot of changes or we're leaving behind big things that have really affected our life and made things chaotic. There is this level of patience that's coming through today, patience in the process. The crone has been popping up for us a lot, and to me, she really speaks about our need to tap into our wisdom, future truth. So it goes back to what I was saying in terms of sensing into things, feeling how things are going to progress, feeling them out. And here's the thing, what I love about intuition, when we do that, it gives us a better understanding on what steps to take versus forcing our agenda. I feel like when we manifest, it is a lot about working with the energies that are around us. Some things we can cut off, some things we can get rid of that are big blocks or obstacles, roadblocks, whatever, to what we're calling in. But sometimes we need things, you know, we need partnership, we need other support in other areas, even if we know they're not going to be there long term, or it's not something that we want to give a lot to. It's working with the tools, right? Working with what we have in front of us. And the crone is a master at doing that, because she's been through so much life. She has so much wisdom. Her physical strength and stability aren't as prominent in our older age, right? That's the life cycle that the crone represents. When we get older, when we have that innate wisdom from all the experiences that we've been through in life, and being able to use that, right, as a power. And that definitely connects with the moon energy, especially this Sacred Waters card, deep healing, emotions, and pilgrimage. So I feel like the pilgrimage is happening within ourselves. It's not as much about taking an adventure today. If you need to do that for your heart, 100%. But this feels more like that feminine principle I was talking about earlier, showing up for yourself, giving yourself some love, some care, some support in the areas that you need to. Not being so hard on yourself is what I'm hearing, critical energy. We have this, the way that Mercury is aspected to Mars, we can be very hypercritical of ourselves or our environment around us. And yeah, I mean, here's the thing, nothing's perfect, right? And it's not really going to look this specific way, because there's a lot of different factors involved. And we need to be a little bit more patient, is what I'm hearing. Patient with ourselves, patient with our energy, relaxing a little bit more, taking a breather, drinking some decaf, but just whatever for you helps you feel more grounded. Grounded is meaning balance. It's meaning harmony. It's when our mind is not racing a million miles a minute. It's when we're feeling that peace and calm, and we handle situations when they come in front of us versus like trying to go out and put out all these different fires and make yourself crazy. It's not the energy for that today. Because we still, like I said, Black Moon Lilith is also playing on our emotions. This hair has also been popping up for us a lot. I am shuffling, you guys see that. I love it too because it really, sometimes on the daily energy, it doesn't move a lot. It's not like we see a lot of movement, but it really just confirms the process, the cycle that we're moving through in order to get to that end result. And the hair is about shape shifting. She is about being able to understand what's happening in the present moment and then switch the perspective, switch how she's showing up in order to get a better result. And that's where that moon square to Black Moon Lilith is really going to be a test for us today, because we do have to overcome. We have to overcome some fears, things that we're a little nervous about, we're not certain. It's really hard when we're in the midst of change because we're so comfortable, right? In the old, we get comfortable with dynamics. We find ways to survive, right? Our survival instincts. And the hair wants us to be smarter, the hair and the crone. They want us to be smarter, work smarter, not harder. That's what I love. And that energy even applies to our mental, emotional world. It's not just about being productive in the physical. We really, honestly, truly, we have to take care of our mental and emotional body first before it manifests in the physical, because it's that cliche, thoughts are things. It's true that if you look into Ayurveda, or maybe this is universal, I'm not sure, but they have this concept called the journey of consciousness. And it's starting at the more subtle layers, like the Akash, the space, the air element, and it trickles down into the more hardy, the physical elements like earth, water, fire energy. So I like thinking about it that way because it forces us to be conscious and mindful of what we're thinking and then how that's actually showing up in our world. And when we take a beat, when we take a step back, when we dream of the things that we want, 222 is on the clock, it really enlivens those qualities in our life. It enlivens bringing in people, partnerships, relationships that are going to honor and support that. I'm also hearing this message of trusting those new things that are coming in. Oh, 2 wanted to come out. I'll bring them both. Okay, so Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy. In this deck, she's very strong-willed. She's actually very comparable to the King of Wands in this deck because she really is able, we have that fire burning in the background. She's able to handle and create and cultivate what she wants. I'm hearing this though today. This might be someone fiery that you're dealing with, okay? This is someone I feel like they're making you feel bad for a decision that you've made. But it's really about them. It's this classic projection is what I'm hearing. This is dealing with a person, like I said, they're angry, they don't like something you're doing, something you're choosing, something you're saying, and they make it known. And I think they're a little bit of an a-hole. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I keep getting with this fire energy. It's someone who wants to have control over everything. And unfortunately, this is actually something that ends up limiting them in the long run. And it's not your responsibility is what I'm hearing, right? This person, I feel like they put it on you, or they're going to put it on you, right? They might say, play on your fears, your anxieties. 9 of Swords energy, we're going from the 8 to the 9. So this is someone, like I said, who limits and restricts themselves, but then makes it everyone else's problem. And I feel like it's, here's the thing, what I'm hearing is it's maybe making you question your dreams. It's making you question the decisions that you're making. This is someone who knows you well enough to know how to stir this anxiety inside of you. 444 on the clock. So Spirit is confirming that you are protected. Self-protect is what I'm hearing. It's 4 of Pentacles energy. When we're feeling attacked, when we're feeling like someone's not really understanding or getting upset about things that you can't control, it just is what it is, right? And we have to find, yep, thank you, Spirit, double confirmation, 4 of Pentacles energy. We really have to make sure that we're being conscious and mindful of how we're handling things moving forward. Not only for the situation, because this person feels very, fiery, but also just the self-protect, right? The energy of keeping yourself safe and secure. 4 of Pentacles is also a little bit of a hoarding energy, so stockpiling finances, saving for a rainy day, not doing any of that emotional spending today. I feel like it might feel really good, but here's the thing. I feel like, whatever, I'm all about, give yourself like a little fun money, have some fun if you need to, but like any big expenditures, we really want to make sure that we're protecting our money, protecting our energy. And 100% with this devil confirmation, the devil came up for us yesterday. This is a looming energy around. And I feel like this goes back to that anxiety and the fears that you feel around this situation, around this person. Because this is, it's, what I'm hearing is it's bad habits and patterning. It's being used to take on other people's problems when they're not yours. And the way this person is communicating, like I said, it is control, but they're also trying to get what they want and need out of you and not necessarily what you need. And I don't feel like there's a lot of support from this individual. I feel like there's not a lot of grace. There's not a lot of understanding. This is someone who is rigid, who likes things in their neat little packages. And I feel like that's great. We all have ways that we express certain aspects of ourselves. But when it comes to limiting other people or limiting your own accomplishments, then we really have to question. Try to connect in the best way that you can. So we go from the devil to the lovers. I feel like the more you can affirm, encourage, support this person without devaluing yourself, that is the ticket. And it might not be easy because of what this person or situation is saying, doing to you. You might feel a little bit on the, they're playing on your emotions. So it's going to make you feel a little bit out of balance with this temperance energy. Temperance is about not taking it to heart too much. It's a balance between the physical and the spiritual. So it's like when we intuitively know what someone's saying without saying it, or they're just being a dick or whatever it may be. It's like, okay, understanding that, right? And then working with the energy in your favor. But like I said, it is going to play on your emotions. And with Black Moon Lilith and Saturn square to the moon, we're going to feel like, should I do this? We're questioning ourselves. We feel a little unsteady, uncertain. Also, Venus is square to the North Node and to Chiron. So those places that we need to overcome. This person is going to play on your heartstrings. They're going to, like I said, make you question yourself. Kind of like, it's playing on your heartstrings, pulling your heartstrings. That's what I was looking for, right? When they're trying to make you feel bad. It's simply put, I know I probably said that a bajillion times, so I apologize. But this is about, not taking on their stuff, what they're trying to throw at you. Because Venus energy is going to want to be understanding, empathetic, but it also, if you're putting yourself in a subservient position to this individual, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt, because essentially what happens is you're the one that suffers. You're the one that's overcompensating for the challenges that they have to handle in their own life. We all need to be able to rise above the difficulties, that is like our energetic responsibility. And we can't necessarily rely on all these other people to fill in those gaps. Okay, plantain. Oh, I love plantain. Plantain is, all herbs have their medicinal qualities. Oop, sorry. My body still hurts a little bit from my accident, so I apologize. But yeah, plantain is a really good wound healer. So I love this because what I'm hearing is even you'll be able to see very clearly how this person is trying to manipulate, how they're trying to hustle you or the situation. I feel like we've come far enough where we can understand things a lot more clearly. We need to trust those instincts. And why I'm saying that is because it's going to allow you to put in the hard work and overcome whatever they're throwing your way. And in the process, you're healing those wounds. You're healing the places that you did let people, places, and things have control over your mental and emotional and kind of suck you into their vortex is what I'm hearing, right? All right, so plantain is assertiveness, which we need today, calm and resilience. I love that balance, right? We need to be empowered, assertive in our own what is highest and best for us, but we also need to come with a calm, level-headed mind and have the endurance to overcome, right? Overcome whatever this Queen of Wands energy is throwing our way. Plantains are extraordinarily resilient. If you have chosen this card, it may indicate that you are being called upon to display similar characteristics. Although plantains may drive gardeners mad, they can't help but admiring its tenacity. The way it hugs low to the ground and refuses to budge. Maybe that's what you need to do. You just need to be aware of the differences between being a doormat and a plantain. If you don't let people walk all over you, you need to look at becoming more assertive and defending your boundaries more robustly. If, however, you just know you must stand your ground, even if it means putting up with difficulties and criticism, perhaps keeping a low profile, then you are acting like the plantain. Remember that how many times the plantain is trodden on, within its leaves lie soothing ingredients. Regardless of how tough life gets, in the end, the real healing comes from within. How beautiful. I love that confirmation. I mean, it basically just confirmed what this whole reading was about, right? Which is dope. Thank you, Spirit, It really just goes to show that when we, listen to the messages, the direction that Spirit has in place for us, when we take time to calm our heart, our mind, and our soul, we have better understanding of how to move forward. It eliminates the temptation to get involved with someone that really is just going to take advantage or make us feel less than, make us feel lower, make us feel like we're not worthy or we're not valuable or, but I love that message that no matter how much we are, walked on, not doormat, but how much people bully or push or try to control and manipulate, we can still heal. And we can heal from within. We can heal ourselves. We can heal the wounds that they inflict and rise above. It is that phoenix energy, right? Of burning out the old so we can step into the new. Such a powerful message today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate your time and energy. Definitely drop comments below if this resonates. I love to hear how it plays out in your world. No, I'm thinking of you. I appreciate you so much, and I'm sending all the love and blessings your way.